Hello traders, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is MKFX. Welcome to MKFX Smart Trades YouTube channel, where we shall be sharing forex and forex related knowledge from strategies, market analysis, market outlook, weekly outlooks, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and even sharing potential trades that we expect to take during the week, and actually even talking more about even prop trading. In one of these consecutive videos, I'll be doing a video on prop firm trading. I'm currently a funded trader, and I'll do a lot of videos pertaining prop trading, which is not easy. It's not easy to get prop funding. Yes, so subscribe to this channel, and I can promise you that you'll get a lot of well prepared knowledge related information pertaining everything in the forex market. So for this video, I want us to do a market outlook or a weekly analysis for the upcoming week and see what we expect in the coming 1 week. But before that, I want to cover what was happening last week and what is likely to continue happening in the following week. That is the US government shutdown. And what does that entail? This came as a shock to many traders. Many were not even understanding what to expect. And personally, I also had to do some research and see what are the kind of effects that we expect in this market from this shutdown. So basically, what is a shutdown? The US government shutdown basically occurs when the Congress fails to appropriate funds or pass spending bills or resolution to keep federal agencies in operation. That is what happens when there is a shutdown. And currently, as it is happening, we are having government services suspended. Many federal employees have been asked to stay off work until we can have the bills passed, the funds appropriated to keep these agencies in operation. So this comes with a lot of effects on the market. And as long as we don't know for how long this will continue, we have to continue factoring in the fact that we have a shutdown and know what are the potential effects that we expect. We don't know how long this might take. As you can see here, I did some research and saw that in 2018 we had a 35-day shutdown. So for currently, we don't know for how long this shutdown will continue. And as long as we don't know for how long it will continue, we will continue factoring the kind of uncertainty that we have in the market. So the major effects: number one, we have the key indicators or the data that drives the market delayed. Last week we expected the non-farm payrolls, we expected unemployment claims. In the subsequent week we expected CPI release. But in the previous week we didn't have the NFP unemployment claims. And this delay, what it does is that it increases uncertainty in the market. So that uncertainty is a good factor that we need to factor in and argue as investors to know the kind of effects that it will bring in the market. So basically, in times of uncertainties, we always have investors favoring more safe haven currencies, commodities, and even stocks. So over in the subsequent weeks, we might see that the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen might be the highest gainers, and gold has been breaking all the highs and making all-time highs. So this might continue until this kind of uncertainties comes to an end with the fact that we had the rate cuts in the previous rate. We had a rate cut, and right now we have uncertainty. Gold might continue being bullish, but we'll see when we get to the charts. And the final effect that we are expecting is that we are expecting a lot of downward pressure in the DXY. The dollar might continue weakening. So, and with that information now in mind, we directly go to the chart and know what is the kind of effects what is the kind of trades that we have, the kind of opportunities that we might look for and benefit from them. So directly we start with the DXY. We start with the DXY and see what we expect. If we check at the daily time frame, the DXY has been bearish. As you can see, it has been bearish. So just from the beginning of the year, that is in February, that is when it confirmed this bearish structure and it started selling, and now it has been bearish. But for quite some time, if you look closely, we have been operating between these two levels. These levels as our major key zones in the daily time frame. These levels. So we go to the 4-hour time frame and see what it is. Now in the 4-hour time frame, here is the catch. If you check here, the DXY has been rotating around the same zone, that is here, these two zones, for quite some time. For how many weeks are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For 9 weeks it has been rotating around this zone, not above it, not below it. The only time that it broke out of this, it broke from this zone and came, retested this low here, and then went back up to the same area it was consolidating. So having argued off our sense from the fundamental analysis that we have seen, and with the fact that we are factoring in more sales and we are expecting more downward pressure on the forex, on the DXY, I can see, number one, we have a structure here that favors sell trades. However, we might have maybe such a formation we don't know. It can continue selling directly, but over the next 1 week, I'm so biased on a weak dollar until the only time that I can maybe look for a very strong dollar is when it breaks this zone here above here. If it can break this zone, I can be so biased on a strong dollar. But as it now, I'm so biased on a weak dollar. It might even come back to this resistance area and then factor in more downward pressure. So until then, I'm so biased on a bearish DXY, that is a weak dollar. And subsequently, now we go and check at all the currencies that will be affected by the dollar, that are the currencies and the commodities that we might profit from the following week. We start with gold. Gold has been bullish since it broke out of this consolidation area. Since it broke out this area, gold has been making all-time high. It has just been making all-time high, and I am still very biased on a bullish gold over the next 1 week. And what we are expecting is that, personally, I'm so biased on gold getting to 4,000. Currently, the current high is at around 30, 38.88, 38.90, maybe 38.90 or 38.90 something. But I'm so biased on gold getting to 4,000. And as we can see, we are having these major key levels that I've drawn here. where gold maybe had its own retracement before coming and breaking structure and continuing with the bullish trend. So as at now, we are here. Is our current high, and I'm also expecting that gold in the next one we shall have a break of structure to the upside until it gets to 4,000. For me to get to look for sell trades, we need a lot. Possibly for me to look for sell trades, what I can see maybe is when after a breakout of this zone here, if gold breaks here, we can expect it to give us some sales after the breakout of this zone. But as it now, we are expecting that gold will continue being bullish. On Monday it might come and retest this zone and then come in and give us a BOS, that is a break of structure to the upside. But until it breaks below this resistance area, I cannot look for sell trades. Currently we are so bullish on gold, and we expect in the following few weeks it will get to 4,000. That is our expectation. Quickly we look at NASDAQ, the NAS 100. Same case, NASDAQ has been bullish, making all-time highs, making all-time high BOS and giving us all-time highs. So these are the major key levels that we shall be observing in the following week. These are the major key levels that we have, and we are currently have this high here. So what we expect in the following week is that NASDAQ might retest this area. NASDAQ might retest this area, the high, give us a structure, and then come down this way. Or else we can have NASDAQ again breaking the current high and continuing being bullish to the upside. I'm also expecting the same for NASDAQ. Or else, I think those are the major scenarios, but I want to be very honest. I'm not looking for any sell trades currently on NASDAQ until it comes below this resistance area. Until it comes below this resistance area, that is here, until it comes below this area here, I'm not based on any sell trades. So any movement that might come up to this point, up to this zone, that is here, I'll be taking it as a retracement for us to continue with the buys. But with this current support here, I'm expecting that it might act on this support so that we can continue having buys. So for you to get my daily updates, you have to follow me on my Telegram community. The link is attached to the description on my YouTube channel. Click that link and join. You'll be getting the daily updates of the potential trades that you can profit from the NASDAQ, from gold. Quickly, we look at one currency pair, that is the GBPUSD. Now, we have been having this pair. Let's get to the daily time frame. Now, when you get to currency pairs, I always prefer them analyzing from the daily time frame. We have been having this pair rotating around these two zones. But when it comes to the 4-hour time frame, before we go to the 4-hour, let's mark out these zones as well. So when you come to the 4-hour, we can see that GBPUSD, for quite some time it was rotating around this zone, just as the DXY it has been rotating in the same area. You remember these are the currencies that are inversely correlated to the DXY, and you can see for how many weeks were these. This was 1 2 3 4 5, and it broke out in the 6th week and then came back to the same zone. So in the current week, in the upcoming week, I'll be looking forward for gold, bearing the fact that it has shown us some bearish momentum. I'll be looking for GBPUSD, not gold, sorry, to come and retest this zone, and then we continue being bullish. Yes, all I'm looking for is bullish entries in gold, in GBPUSD, sorry, in GU I'm looking for bullish entry. So whichever sell that comes, we are expecting it to be an entry for buys, and with the fact that it has come to this resistance zone, that it has been respecting this support zone, sorry, that it has been respecting for quite some time, I expect that it will still come back to this support zone, respect it, and continue being bullish. So I'll update you on my Telegram community on any potential trades that we might have during the upcoming weeks. So definitely I also post daily updates maybe of the US 30. The US 30 is also another well performing indices that has been making all-time high. It's very bullish, and I update you on my Telegram community, so just follow me. The link is attached on the description on my YouTube channel. So having said that, and having analyzed these major pairs, the gold, NASDAQ, GBPUSD, and the DXY, and having seen the potential effects of the US government shutdown, this is the end of today's video. I just ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and let's continue sharing more insights with one another, and sharing knowledge so that we can get potential trades and benefit from the forex market. Thank you. See you on the next one.